welcome to Small News. My name is Amna Hanina and I will be accompanying you for the next 30 minutes forward. On our update story today, we will bring you news from the international update. My beloved audience, on March 30th, the Biden administration approved one of the largest oil development on the federal land. A decision that comes after months of intense lobbying and objections that the project known as Willow Project would undermine U.S. efforts to phase out the fossil fuels worldwide. The project started with ConocoPhillips, a Houston-based energy company that has been exploring and drilling for oil in Alaska for years. For weeks, this Alaskan oil development, more than 4,000 miles from the White House, has become central to the country's debate over climate change. This project was originally approved by the Trump administration in 2020, and it caused a lot of opposition during the Trump leadership era. So one of the Joe Biden promises on his campaign was to cancel the project if it was chosen. For the reason, it caused a lot of demonstrations among the citizens toward Joe Biden after he lacked his promises. My beloved audience, there are a lot of activists and young people who united online try to block it. They are pushing to reduce fossil fuels consumption to cut the emission that cause climate change and have tried to stop major investment like this to push the world away from oil. This project is especially vulnerable to public intervention because it's on the federal land and requires federal permits to go forward. And Biden has promised to end oil drilling era on the federal land. Oil industry leaders say it's the key to their future relationship with President Biden, who recently sought to defend the decision during the official visits to Canada. More recently, Interior Secretary Deb Haaland also defended the decision, saying it was the reality that U.S. would continue to use oil and gas. And also, Alaskan leaders and some residents on the other hand see it as the most important federal decision facing their state and potential economic boon. A judge on April 3rd rejected an early bid to halt the project, but legal proceedings continue. My beloved audience, but access to oil like that could also help to prolong the country's reliance on fossil fuels. With no guarantee, the technology will be in place to stop their contribution to climate change. Because the Biden administration approved it, the project might also undermine the president's credibility in pushing other countries to develop cleaner alternatives instead of oil and natural gas. In the other hand, many locals are less conscious about fossil revenue and more concerned the project may harm the local animal population that are the key of the community, degrade the region's air quality, and lead to spill leaks and blowouts that can come with the measure of oil developments. My beloved audience, that was the news of truth and accuracy from the News Republic's team. We're hoping everyone in a good condition and have a nice day. My name is Amna Harina and this is Small News.
Good morning, viewers. You are watching All Refined News, October 2023 edition. I'm Nadia Azmi. I'll bring your news for today. On 3rd of July 2023, the Indonesia Embassy in Astana hosts a diplomatic reception in Kazakhstan to celebrate 70th anniversary of the Republic of Indonesia independence, 30 years relationship with Kazakhstan, and also 78 years of Indonesian national military. In this celebration, Indonesian ambassador to Astana represented 5 key sectors of Indonesian-Kazakhstan diplomacy, including the government, business, academia, the media, and communities or peoples who are the foundation of close relation between two countries. On his speech to commemorate 30 years of diplomatic relation, Dr. Muhammad Fazlur Rahman said, God created this world with greatness and created humans to reproduce and prosper. The origins of humanity are love, justice, and compassion. For humanity, the first task is to grow our friendships. Friendship creates friendship. Quoting the great Kazakh philosopher, composer, and poet Abay Kunanbayev. This event was established in Astana. Astana is the first twin city in the history of Nusantara, the new capital of Indonesia. Similar to how it increased from the previous year, economic cooperation will have a trade value of around 700 million USD in 2033. Investment will also experience a rapid increase in 2023 with the arrival of investment from 3 Kazakh companies which have submitted letters of interest and MOUs to invest in the Indonesian capital. This development will carry on and continue to advance. Introduce Indonesian culture is the most important thing in this relation event. To tell the foreign about a lot of unique things in Indonesia. At this event, spectacular displays of Indonesian arts and culture are Pencaksilat as a typical self-defense of Indonesia, traditional dance from various islands, fashion exhibit with Indonesian traditional dress, and collaborative art from Indonesia and Kazakhstan in the form of collaboration dance and batik were on display. A Kazakh woman named Mrs. Aizada and an Indonesian designer named Debbie Rahmayanti, who works at the Indonesian Embassy in Astana, both participated in the transfer of the batik partnership between two countries. Diana, a model and influencer from Kazakhstan, also participated in the batik fashion show featuring Kazakh themes. And also, there are the Indonesian Student Association or PPI, Friends of Indonesia, Indonesian Cultural Center and Dance, and language students, Yogyakarta State University students, and the Indonesia diaspora, also Indonesian citizens, who were participated in this spectacular activity. 30 foreign military bases in Astana were also invited in this event, because it was time to coincide with the Indonesian National Military's 70th anniversary. In order to create communication for future efforts to expand Republic of Indonesia and Kazakhstan military or defense collaboration, a number of staff members from the International Collaboration Department of the Kazakhstan Ministry of Defense were also present. That was the news of truth and accuracy from the RFI News. We are hoping everyone is in good condition and also hoping you have a great day ahead. I'm Nadia Azmi. See you on the next edition. Goodbye.
Good morning viewers, welcome back to Mansaja Breaking News with me Rizky Cahaya, who will provide you to the latest and update news. Here is the topic line. A number of regions in Indonesia are experiencing an anomalous phenomenon of temperature increase. The Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency said the El Nino caused the decrease of rainfall in Indonesia. BMKG weather forecaster predict that El Nino will continue until October and will decrease in December.
Ya, diprediksi memang di periode Oktober ini masih diperkirakan akan berlangsung fenomena suhu terik atau suhu panas ini. Nah, seiring dengan di bulan Oktober hingga Desember, beberapa wilayah akan memasuki awal musim hujan. Walaupun memang karena ada faktor fenomena El Nino, juga curah hujan akan minim di bulan-bulan tersebut. Nah, tapi dilihat dari potensi pertumbuhan awan hujan dan juga kelembapan udara yang akan sedikit meningkat di bulan Oktober hingga Desember, beberapa wilayah akan menurun untuk suhu.
There are numbers of implications that residents often feel as a result of temperature increase which is caused by El Nino. BMKG monitoring note that parts of Indonesia have currently experienced consecutive days without rain in the extreme category. This condition causes the potential for significant drought. As an outcome, water crisis occurs in several regions in Indonesia, especially in the agricultural sector. Based on calculation from BMKG's data, as much as 63% of Indonesia's territory is experiencing drought and water crisis. The impact of El Nino on the agricultural sector will be very massive if it's not handled well. The Minister of Agriculture said that drought can inhibit plant growth and also reduce crop yields. Meanwhile, agricultural land has the potential of crop failure so that the amount of local food production decreases. There is a potential for an increase in food prices due to the minimal stock of food production. The Minister of Trade, Zulkifli Hasan, believes that El Nino could increase food prices and threaten supplies. Since March 2023, President Joko Widodo decided to import rice through a segment to the Logistic Affairs Agency.
Dalam perjalanan.
Itu bagian dari 400.000.
Iya. Meskipun tidak semuanya.
Realisasi mulai kapan sih Pak kalau untuk dari Kamboja? Kan kemarin waktu bilateral Bapak memang...
Ini kan sudah semua, sebetulnya ini kan sudah realisasi, terus berjalan. Jadi barangnya ini dalam perjalanan menuju ke gudang-gudang Bulog.
Yang lambat November.
Paling lama Pak Kabruk menyampaikan paling lambat November. Dalam perjalanan kan. Masa datang ngomong langsung udah sampai gudang.
Setelah itu juga akan impor lagi Pak kan?
Ya, ini untuk memastikan bahwa kita memiliki cadangan strategis stok. Harus untuk menjaga agar tidak terjadi kenaikan. Karena memang produksi pasti turun karena El Nino. Meskipun juga saya lihat angkanya juga tidak banyak.
The Ministry of Agriculture has designated 6 provinces as national food granary to face the El Nino phenomenon, including South Sumatra, West Sumatra, West Java, Central Java, East Java, and also South Sulawesi province. Meanwhile, BMKG continues to urge the residents to always meet their body fluid needs to avoid dehydration, fatigue, and also other negative impacts. Viewers, that's all the news I can present to you. For more information, you can check on our official website www.mansajabreakingnews.com. Thank you, I am Rizky Cahaya. Have a nice day and see you again.
Good evening, Indonesia, and welcome to Mansaja News. I'm Azalia Azahra with the latest news from Paragon Mall, Semarang, Central Java. Recently, a shocking incident shook the people of the area. On Tuesday, October 10, 2023, the lifeless body of a young woman was discovered at the shopping center parking lot exit. It is suspected that the young girl met a tragic end when she jumped from the 4th floor of the shopping center parking lot. Semarang Central Police Chief Indra Romantika explained that they received a report of the woman's death at Paragon Mall at around 5:20 p.m. After reporting, the police quickly examined the scene and confirmed the unfortunate discovery. What's interesting is that the shopping center security guard was the first to discover the incident. The young woman was identified as a 20-year-old student at Semarang State University with the initials NJW. Her belongings, including her handbag, were found on the 4th floor of the shopping center parking lot. Through identification documents, it was determined that this female student was from Ngalian, Semarang. Even if the initial hypothesis is suicide, an investigation is still underway to determine the exact cause of this tragedy. At the same time, a letter was found in the female student's bag, indicating that it was a farewell to her family. This further increased the belief that her death at Paragon Mall was indeed a case of suicide. The content of the letter apologized to her mother, expressing her helplessness when she could not be as strong as her mother expected. She also mentioned that she had prepared a birthday gift for her mother. In addition, before discovering the shopping mall, the young girl shared her thoughts on TikTok. Her post gained attention after her tragic fall at Paragon Mall in Semarang. From her TikTok account, she posted snippets of her thoughts. In one post, she captioned a photo with the words, "There's a sad story," expressing her emotional state. The cause of the girl's death was suspected to be romance. In her caption, she said, "The man she loved only used her." Forensic investigation was carried out by Indonesia Automatic Fingerprint Identification System, or INAVI, and for further investigation, the victim was referred to Dr. Karyadi Hospital. This incident is truly heartbreaking, and it reminds us on the importance of mental health support and community care. We will continue to monitor developments on this issue and provide additional information as it becomes available. For more information, you can check our website at www.mansajanews.com. I'm Azalea Azahra. Thank you for your attention, and may all of us work together to create a safer and more supportive environment.
Good morning, Indonesia. Welcome to Mansaja News, bring to you the latest and the hot news around the world. And today, we'll talk about climate change. And here is our main headline. July 2023 has witnessed record-breaking heat wave across the globe, with Europe, the United States, and Asia experiencing scorching temperatures. Head of Meteorology, Climatology, and Geophysics Agency, BMKG, Dwi Korita Karnawati revealed that the average temperature in Indonesia has jumped dramatically. According to BMKG records, this temperature increase is experienced globally, including Indonesia. Dwi Korita said that referring to the global data shows that globally the average temperature has increased. In fact, July and September 2023 were recorded as the hottest month ever recorded on Earth. She added on CNN Indonesia that according to the data of BMKG from July to September shows global temperature has increased in intensity. Especially for Indonesia, the data is collected from 116 BMKG observation stations showed increase or temperature anomaly of 0.4 degrees Celsius. Global trends also show that there is an increase in temperature in various parts of the world due to climate change. Athens, Greece faced the hottest July weekend in 15 years, leading to forest fires and non-stop evacuations. Italy, Spain, and France also grappled with record-breaking heat. On July 6, global temperature reached an unofficial record high of 17.23 degrees Celsius, making the year 2023 potentially the hottest year on record. Europe, the United States, and Asia are facing prolonged heat wave causing wildfires and posing significant health risk. In the Europe, extreme heat is impacting tourism, agriculture, and prompting people to find creative ways to cope, such as using natural sunscreen or diving. The homeless populations in Phoenix, Arizona, is suffering from the prolonged heat wave. The Phoenix Zoo provides its animals with frozen food to cope with the extreme temperatures. According to Dwi Korita, BMKG predicts that until October, there may be surface air temperatures reaching 40 degrees Celsius. Climate change is the most significant problem all over the world. Global warming is increasing day by day. If we cannot prevent it as soon as possible, our world will face undesirable consequences. Well, viewers, that's the news for today. For more information, you can check on our website www.mansajanews.com. And I'm Aulia Rizka Hayu. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and sign out.
Hello, good morning viewers. Welcome to Mansaja News with me, Cindy Aprilia Zahra, bringing you the latest news around the world on developments in AI technology. And here's the topic line. Viewers, the development of AI or artificial intelligence technology is increasing massively nowadays. AI has almost penetrated all sectors including education. Reporting from The Telegraph Tuesday on October 17, 2023, one of schools in England even have employed an AI robot as an assistant of the principal. The AI robot is named Abigail Bailey. It serves as assistant principal at Cottesmore, which is located in West Sussex.
My name is Abigail Bailey. I am Cottesmore's new principal head teacher. I have been appointed to assist with the management and leadership of Cottesmore School, and also to support anyone who would like expert leadership advice.
As an AI robot assistant principal, Abigail Bailey serves as a chatbot like ChatGPT. Therefore, Bailey will not teach, lead meetings, or assign homework. According to Cottesmore principal Tom Richardson, Abigail Bailey will help him and the teachers in many ways. For example, to write school policies to help students who are neurodiverse. Neurodiverse, or the diversity in brain function, is the understanding that the human brain has different ways of thinking and feeling. Back to Abigail Bailey. According to Rogerson, having someone or something to help us have a huge impact on call. Especially, it's highly trained. In the future, this AI robot is expected to be able to provide advice on many things. For example, about how to help fellow teachers and how to help students who have special needs. He also emphasized that he has no plans to use AI to replace human teachers or face-to-face learning. The implementation of AI in the school that he leads is only intended as a step towards the future for him. Apart from using chatbots as assistant principals, the agency, which has students aged 4 to 13 years, also provides its students with chatbots to help them learn. Not only Abigail Bailey, Cottesmore School has also previously used another chatbot named Jamie Rayner. This chatbot is claimed to be a highly trained generative AI advisor and is designed to help schools develop AI strategies and play. This elite school in England also held a free festival last September. This event was organized to help teachers understand and manage the world of generative AI. Well, viewers, that's all the information I can convey today. Hopefully, we can make good use of technology, which will continue to develop from time to time. I'm Cindy Aprilia Azahra, the host of the Mansaja News program this morning. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Good morning, viewers. Meet again with me, Kezia Ardiana from Mansaja TV, who is here to provide you information both from within and outside our country, Indonesia. And today, here is our topic. The 2023 MotoGP opening ceremony was successfully held and livened by a cultural parade and special appearance from Jupiter aerobatic team in the Mandalika sky. The main class of the 75th FIM Road Racing World Championship season, namely the FIM World Championship MotoGP 2023, has been successfully opened in Indonesia. It is held in Mandalika Circuit, Lombok, Indonesia. After 14 countries, now it is turn of Indonesia to show off the world the most prestigious motorbike racing event. The schedule of Mandalika MotoGP 2023 will take place from Friday, 13th October to Sunday, 15th October 2023. The opening of free practice will be held on Friday, 13th October, and it continues with qualification and a sprint race on Saturday, 14th October, while the main race is held on Sunday, 15th October 2023. According to the website of Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, in welcoming this world-class motorbike racing, a number of preparations have been made by the board organizers, MGPA and Diandra.co.apart. The maintenance of asphalt in Mandalika Circuit has also been noticed and repaired. The opening ceremony of MotoGP 2023 is attended by the professional performers ahead the main race on Sunday, 15th October 2023 at 2 p.m. Some of those are Putri Aryani, a singer and contestant of America's Got Talent 2023 who led the singing of Indonesia Raya and the performance of Indonesian Air Force Jupiter Aerobatic Team GAT with their maneuver attraction above the sky of Pertamina Mandalika International Street Circuit. The opening also enlivened with Tamboak Beyak dance from Sasak tribe, and about 200 colossal Guardian ballet dancers display cultural parade in the middle of Mandalika Circuit starting line.
The area been flying high of late in the MotoGP World Championship. The 25-year-old Spaniard, not lower than second on an operating table in Italy.
Jamaluddin Maladi, head of the West Nusa Tenggara Provincial Tourism Office to Tirto ID, said that the cultural parade, in order to entertain the public, is showed as similar as 2022 WSBK and MotoGP. He added that the target of 71 tickets are sold out. The opening ceremony is welcomed happily by Indonesian people and the world. Indonesia continues to show its prestigious side through the performance of Jupiter Aerobatic Team, and the team introduced the beautiful diverse cultures of Mandalika stunningly. Before MotoGP is executed, some events are also held in Mandalika. Some racers such as Mario Suryo Aji and Alex Marquez were caught taking part in local pride community parade to greet the local community. On Wednesday, 11th October 2023, they did that. Then, on Thursday, 12th October 2023, they also take part in community service for cleaning up Kuta Mandalika Beach and planting coral reefs. Of course, this is very well received by the local community. So viewers, that's for the news for today. You can see more details on our website www.mansajatv.com. I'm Kezia Ardiana. Thank you for listening and see you again.
Hello, good morning viewers. You're watching Amanda Pro Access News with me, Maulia Rizky, going to provide you the most actual, sharp and believable news. The headline news for today are the impact of climate change on international trade. And here the news in detail. The impact of climate change on international trade is significant. Besides its environmental implications, climate change also affects global trade. The increasing frequency, intensity, and geographic spread of extreme weather events due to climate change, as well as gradual impacts like rising sea levels, pose serious risks to the transportation infrastructure essential for smooth international trade. In particular, maritime transportation is at risk from the effects of climate change. For instance, in the Panama Canal, which handles approximately 6% of global maritime trade and relies directly on the availability of fresh water for its operations, it is highly vulnerable to changes in rainfall patterns and drought. The Panama Canal Authority may need to impose restrictions on large vessels due to declining water levels in the surrounding lakes. Low rainfall and increased evaporations due to heat are also causing similar disruptions in the Yangtze River in China. Both small islands, nations, and countries or regions with no landmass are highly vulnerable to such disruptions, given their reliance on limited trade routes. Furthermore, agriculture is one of the trade sectors most adversely affected by climate change. Temperature changes leading to heat waves and land degradation, as well as alterations in rainfall patterns, causing air deficit and droughts, can damage agricultural yields and rise food prices. Summer stress also impacts agricultural workers, potentially affecting productivity. Developing countries in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia are particularly vulnerable to these adverse effects because they heavily depend on agricultural exports and a significant portion of their populations works in this sector. Concerns about food insecurity exacerbated by climate change have led countries to impose export restrictions. For example, in May 2022, India, a major wheat producer, banned cereal export, citing the need to protect national food security during a heat wave. That's all the news for today. Thanks for your attention. I'm Maliki and have a great day.
The truth is our priority. We give the justice to your curiosity. Let us use cassette here at the British Broadcasting Company, giving you the news and credible dispatch for today. Good morning, viewers. You are watching at the BBC. Here is I, Salsabila Azara, your news anchor for today. So let's have a glimpse at the first headline news. TikTok Shop Indonesia stops to comply with the country's ban of e-commerce on social media platforms. And here is the news in details. The Indonesian government announced the new regulation which prohibits social media companies from facilitating sales of products on their platform on September 28 in the bid to protect small businesses from e-commerce competition, accusing the popular applications and website of predatory pricing. The China's own video sharing application said, in statement, it will stop facilitating e-commerce sales in TikTok Shop by Indonesia 5 p.m. Wednesday. Our priority is to remain compliant with the local laws and legislation, said the statement released Tuesday on its website. Indonesia's Trade Minister Zulkifli Hasan said the ban aims to prevent domination of algorithm and prevent the use of personal data, business interests, and create a fair, healthy, and beneficial electronic commerce ecosystem, according to a statement released by the Trade Ministry when the ban was announced. It said marketplaces and sellers can only offer the promote and good services. A week before the ban was announced, Southeast Asia's larger wholesale market, Tanah Abang, came under inspection. Sellers at the market in the capital, Jakarta, were experiencing a more than 50% loss of profit because they couldn't compete with the imported products sold online at much lower prices. According to a Minister of Cooperative, Small, Medium Enterprises, Teten Masduki. He said that TikTok was involved in predatory pricing that caused damage to local small and medium-sized businesses, and that the new regulation will justly regulate fair trade online and offline. This the ban after announced. Indonesia said it regretted the government decision, particularly the impact it would have on the markets of sellers who use TikTok Shop. But the company said it will respect the regulation and will take a constructive path forward. Southeast Asia, a region more than 375 million people, is one of TikTok's biggest market in terms of user numbers, generating more than 325 million visitors to the application every month. Well, viewers, TikTok is owned by China's ByteDance. It's also facing scrutiny from some government and regulation because of concern that Beijing could use the application to harvest user data or advance its interests. The country included United States, Britain, New Zealand have banned the application on government phone. Despite TikTok repeatedly denying that it had shared data with the Chinese government and wouldn't do so if asked. Well, viewers, that's all the news for today. For more information, you can check our website at www.bbcworldnews. And I am Salsabila Azara. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you in the next chance. Hello, good evening, viewers. Welcome back to the VOA News. Today on Sunday, the 5th of November 2023, which will provide you to the latest and believable information. Well, viewers, here is the first news is about. First emergency aid trucks enter Gaza after overnight Israeli airstrikes. Viewers, Gaza's health ministry says Israel's retaliatory air and missile strikes have killed at least 437 Palestinians, including hundreds of children, while over a million of the besieged territories, 2.3 million of people have been displaced. Israel has amassed tanks and troops near the fast border around the small coastal enclave for a planned ground invasion with the objective of annihilating Hamas, after several inconclusive wars dating to its seizure of power there in 2007. Overnight, Israeli fighter jets struck a large number of Hamas terror targets throughout Gaza, including command centers and combat positions inside multi-story buildings, the military said in a statement. Palestinian medical officials and Hamas media said Israeli aircraft had overnight targeted several family houses across Gaza, one of the world's most densely populated places, killing at least 50 people and injuring dozens. Hamas said it fired rockets toward Tel Aviv on Saturday in response to Israel's killing of civilians overnight. The Israeli military reported a fresh salvo of rockets from Gaza against southern Israeli border communities before dawn. There was no immediate word of any casualties. Egyptian state TV showed footage of Egypt opening the Rafah border in the Sinai Peninsula for humanitarian deliveries after days of waiting by over 200 aid trucks, with more relief stockpiled in the region. The Israeli military said on Saturday that the aid entering Gaza will go only to southern areas, where it has urged Palestinian civilians to congregate as we continue to intensify strikes in the north of the enclave. Well, viewers, that's all the news for this evening. If you have some suggestions or critiques, you may visit us at www.voa.com. Once more, at www.voa.com. And Nayar. Salam Nabiha. Thanks for your nice attention. Have a grateful day and see ya.
Welcome back to SABS News with me, Anastasia Gabriel. On November 4th, 2023, Indonesia is launching Southeast Asia's first high-speed railway. It will connect Jakarta with Penang City in West Java, cutting travel time to 45 minutes from the current 3 hours. The train is called WUSH, which stands for Waktu Hemat Operasi Optimal System Handle. It results to saving time, optimal operation, and a reliable system. Tickets are expected to cost around 16 to 20 US dollars. The project is part of China Belt and Road Initiative and has been largely funded by China's state-owned firms. It was supposed to cost less than 5 billion US dollars. But the COVID-19 pandemic caused delay, and the cost peaked more than 7 billion US dollars. Critics say Indonesia may become a victim of what they call China trap diplomacy. If Jakarta can pay back the loans, Beijing has long dismissed those confirmed. However, this will be a matter of national pride, but the death of this China-backed project will also be Jokowi's legacy. He said last week that Indonesian and Chinese government had agreed to allocate $1 trillion annually to China Railway Engineering Corporation and KEA paying maintenance and operational costs. Normally, the WUSH train suddenly stopped due to the need for high electricity voltage. This caused several trains to stop suddenly, but there were no accidents. The concern of train users were made aware by a review from Evaco Indonesia, said Evaco Indonesia Corporate Secretary. KCAC apologized for the inconvenience felt by passengers, also coordinate with PLN to carry out an evaluation. Both had been stuck due to an electrical disturbance. Users said to be able to use it again and didn't worry when using it. Well everyone, that's all news for today. With me Natasha Gabriel, thank you for watching. Goodbye!
Welcome back to Asidia's News with me Erika on November 14, 2023. Indonesia is launching Southeast Asia's first high-speed railway. It will connect Jakarta with Bandung City in West Java, cutting travel time to 45 minutes from the current 3 hours. The electric powertrain is called WUSH, which stands for Waktu Hemat Operasi Optimal System Handle. It translates to saving time, optimal operation, and a reliable system. Tickets are expected to cost around 16 US dollar to 20 US dollar. The project is part of China's Belt and Road Initiative and has been largely funded by Chinese state-owned firms. It was supposed to cost less than 5 billion US dollar. But the COVID-19 pandemic caused delays and the cost peaked to more than 7 billion US dollar. Critics say Indonesia may become a victim of what they call China's debt trap diplomacy. If Jakarta can pay back the loans, Beijing has long dismissed those claims and said it doesn't force nations to accept debt. CIC increased regular WUSH fast train trips from 14 trips per day in October to 28 trips per day in November. The number of seats provided increased 100%, around 8,414 seats per day. KCIC Main Director Duana Slamet Riyadi explained that the public had enthusiasm for the WUSH fast train service. Can be seen from the high number of ticket sales. It is recorded that the number of tickets sold, including reservation, since it opened on 17th of October to 1st of November 2023, has reached 100,000 tickets. Meanwhile, the total number of passengers served by the WUSH train until October 27 was 87,000 passengers, with an occupancy at reaching 90%. And the number of passengers reaching 13,000 passengers in one day, increasing the number of trips because more people need the WUSH fast train service. Number of passengers reaching 13,000 passengers in one day. We are increasing the number of trips. We are increasing the number of trips because more people need the WUSH fast train service. To help people who want to arrive in Jakarta earlier, KCIC is now providing at 5:50 train departure from Tegal, which will arrive at Halim at 6:50 30, said Brianna in a statement. This addition to the travel schedule was also followed by the addition of the Bandung-Padalarang PP feeder train. KCSC will always coordinate with various related parties so that modal integration can run smoothly, so passengers can experience the best service. Wish Fast Train ticket for November have opened for sale in stage on the Wish application, accessed by KAA, driven by Mandiri, website ticket.kcsc.co.id, as well as counters and ticket vending machine at station. As before, the promo ticket of 150,000 rupiah for one trip remains valid for this new itinerary until departure on 30 of November 2023. Well, everyone, that's all the news we bring today. With me, Erika. Thank you so much for watching.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to the MEF News with leading news report from all around the world. With me, Chantika Bunga, and here are the news for today. Social media residents were shocked by the news of the closure of the TikTok shop, which is often regarded as preventing market traders from getting customers. This new feature from TikTok has received praise from users because the price provided are cheaper than any local market and e-commerce. The TikTok shop was officially closed on Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. What happened to the traders at Tanah Abang Market? According to IKAPI, Indonesian Market Traders Association, the decline in traders turnover reached 75%. This causes many traders to be forced to go out of business because the condition of market customers is decreasing every day. Even now, Tanah Abang Market is considered dead by the local community because there is no interaction in it. According to several opinions, the TikTok shop was closed due to several factors being taken into consideration. The first is there is a new regulation in Minister Trade Regulation number 31, which states that social media is prohibited from acting in an e-commerce manner. The next thing is that the permission obtained by TikTok is electronic system permission, not marketing. So we can interpret it that TikTok has been violating existing regulation in Indonesia. Complaints after complaints submitted by Tanah Abang market traders was very touching because among them, some don't get a penny at all because their customers are being destroyed by TikTok shop. However, not long after the news of the closure of the TikTok shop, complaints from traders began to emerge again. Among their complaints, some state that were still customers at Tanah Abang Market, even saying, "Even so, there are people who go to the market. No one buys," said one of the traders at Tanah Abang Market. Until this was concluded by Tessa Sardikapura, General Chair of Indonesia Digital Empowerment Community, on October 13, 2023. With this case, it has been resolved. The problem with offline sales has nothing to do with online sales because people's behavior has changed. Until now, it has been rumored again that TikTok shop will reopen on November 10th, 2023. However, until now, there has been no follow-up to this issue. We can conclude from this, it is not a matter of platforms or e-commerce disrupting trade in the local market. However, it is true that the condition of our digital technology has improved and has led to an increase in the conveniences around us. So perhaps the latest innovation can be made by traders to increase their sales following the times, so that local market trade is not destroyed by the times. Hopefully, whatever results are the best for Indonesian society, both economically and in terms of relation between the two. market traders, and online traders TikTok shop. That's the MEF news for today. Thanks for watching. I am Chantika Bunga, and have a great day.
Good afternoon, this is Afifa Levy and you're watching BBC Breaking News. Hamas gunmen launched an unprecedented assault on Israel from the Gaza Strip on 7 October, killing more than 1,400 people and taking 241 hostage. Since then, Israel has been carrying out retaliatory strikes on Gaza, in which more than 9,000 people have been killed, according to the Hamas-run Health Ministry. Israel has also sent troops and tanks into the territory. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Monday that he had set the clear goal of destroying Hamas' military and governing capabilities, as well as freeing the hostage. He also rejected calls for a ceasefire. The Israel Defense Force or IDF says it has been broken to Hamas' front line of defense in the northern Gaza, and Israel commander said its troops were at the gates of Gaza City. On Thursday morning, the BBC's reporter in the Gaza Strip, Martin Williams, said there were 5 different battles underway in the north and around Gaza City. He said the biggest was in the northwest of the Strip, where very few people remain. The IDF claimed to have killed dozens of Hamas fighters in clashes overnight until Thursday. It said 17 of its own troops have died during the ground offensive and that a total of 300 soldiers have been killed since 7 October. Israel's Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant, said 10,000 munitions have been dropped on Gaza City alone since the conflict began. The Hamas-run Ministry of Health in Gaza says that 1,000 people are dead, wounded, or missing following Israeli airstrike on Jabalia in northern Gaza on Tuesday and Wednesday. Previously, it said 195 people had been killed. Several resident buildings were destroyed in the strikes. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has warned that a public health catastrophe is imminent in Gaza, where a third of hospitals are not functioning and the rest are barely working due to shortage of fuel and medical supplies. There are more than 20,000 wounded people in Gaza, according to the independent medical humanitarian organization Doctors Without Borders. The Hamas-controlled health ministry says more than 32,000 people have been injured. The Israeli military ordered residents of northern Gaza to leave their homes for their own safety on 13 October. An estimated 1.4 million people have moved southward since. The southern city of Khan Yunis, normally home to 400,000 people, has seen its population increase to about 1.2 million since the latest conflict began. That's all for BBC Breaking News. We'll see you on the next one.
Hello, good morning viewers. Manda Pro Access News is back with some factual information from all around the world. Now with me, Firbia Shafara Al-Sharifa, I'm bringing you a news about Jessica Wongso case. The cyanide COVID case involving Jessica Wongso, which thrust her name into the spotlight, has resurfaced in the public eye. This case, which resulted in the death of Mirna Solihin, was occurred in 2016. As is known, back in 2016, Jessica Wongso was accused of poisoning her friend Mirna Solihin by mixing cyanide into Vietnamese coffee. As a result, Jessica Wongso was declared a suspect and sentenced to 20 years in prison. However,
Now, after the release of the documentary film titled Ice Cold, Murder, Ice Coffee and Jessica Wongso, which narrates events related to Jessica Wongso and her trial. Various inconsistencies in the cyanide coffee case have been rediscovered, sparking heated discussions among netizens. Due to the revival of the Jessica Wongso case, Dr. Jaya Surya Atmaja, the doctor responsible for handling the preservation of Mirna Solihin's body, revealed the result of the examination of Mirna Solihin's remains on October 6, 2023. Dr. Jaya mentioned that Mirna Solihin was taken to the hospital while still alive, and she had been vomiting at the time. Dr. Jaya also explained that he had collected a sample of Mirna Solihin's vomit for further examination. However, the results of the examination showed no signs of cyanide. The vomit tasted negative for cyanide. Similarly, other organ samples that were examined revealed only 1.2 milligrams per liter of cyanide in Mirna Solihin's stomach. Nevertheless, Dr. Jaya remained convinced that Mirna Solihin's death was not caused by cyanide. He stated that the presence of cyanide could be attributed to a previous preservation process, as the examination was conducted 3 days after Mirna's body had been preserved. That's all the news for today. Thanks for your attention and have a great day.
Hello, good morning viewers. Welcome to the NBI News, bringing you the eye on the news for Tuesday, 21 October 2023. With me, Aisa Kayla Arianto, will bring you the most update and all this news from all around the world, with the headline, Mount Bromo fire caused by flare. And here, the news for today. The word flare is widely discussed regarding the fire incident in the Mount Bromo area. The fire on Teltabis Hill in the Bromo Tenggeru Semeru National Park (TNBTS) area is thought to have been caused by the use of flares by visitors. This rise involved fourth mountain fires, with Mount Bromo's blaze being the most devastating. The incident occurred on Wednesday evening, September 6, 2023, consuming a vast 500 hectares of Teltabis Hill. Shockingly, the fire's origin was a flare used for pre-wedding photoshoot. Fortunately, the flames have been extinguished, but now intrigue looms as the wedding organizer manager faces suspicion in the aftermath. In the video circulating as reported by the Tech Jatim, several men and women can be seen carrying equipment for shooting, like tripods and cameras. They were relaxing even though behind them they could see the fire getting bigger, especially around Padang Savannah. According to the head of administration at TNBTS Center, Sakti Ekawardani, the fire allegedly occurred because a number of visitors fled and threw away in the area. The couple and the photographer were confronted by other jeep drivers and handed over to TNBTS mountain rangers. They were then handed over to the Sukapura police to be processed. Yes, it is suspected like that we have arrested to the perpetrator, said Sakti in Malang City, East Java, as reported by Antara Thursday, 7 September 2023. Unfortunately, the fire did not only hit Mount Bromo. Throughout September, mountain in Central Java, East Java region also burned. It can be seen fires hit Mount Arjunawirang, Lawu, Gede, Andong, and Sumbing. For now, all tourist entrances from the district of Malang, Pasuruan, Probolinggo, and Lumajang are closed and visitors prohibited from entering until further notice. Well, viewers, that's all the news for today. If you want to know more about our news, please visit our website at www.nbinews.com. I'm Aisa Kayla. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Majisa Headline News. I will accompany you to show the actual and the latest news in the next few minutes. Can Jokowi be neutral? Viewers, here's the news in detail. The message that President Joko Widodo was trying to convey during a luncheon between a sitting president and the three-man campaign to replace him was clear, that he will be a neutral party in the upcoming presidential race. Yet people are becoming even less convinced that the president is in fact capable of being impartial. While it is not unusual for incumbent leaders to claim neutrality during elections, Jokowi's statement, which many voters will take with a grain of salt, was peculiar in that he was willing to go to great lengths to insist he is in no way attempting to tip the balance in favor of a certain presidential candidate. The luncheon was typical of Jokowi's critical politics. It was a carefully choreographed event that was meant to create the impression that the president does not have a favorite in the election and that everything is fine despite the rising political temperature. In the past, such an antic might have worked like a charm, but Jokowi should have known that he is no longer the obscure and mysterious politician that captivated the people with his lunch diplomacy and blusukan or impromptu visits more than a decade ago. That the question of the president's neutrality is currently being raised is itself already alarming. It is even more alarming that the president felt that he needed to pull off one of his antics to quash any doubts about his impartiality. It is hard to believe that Jokowi could be a neutral party in the race. His son, Gibran Kaka Buming Kaka, is the running mate of his defense minister, Prabowo Subianto, who now leads the polls. The president is said to have mobilized his apparatchiks to pave the way for his oldest son, the current mayor of Surakarta, to contest the election. Gibran's decision to run on the same ticket as Prabowo practically set the first family against the Indonesian Democratic Party of Struggle, or PDIP, the party that had served as their political vehicle for the last 12 years. It further strains his troubled relationship with PDIP leader Megawati Soekarno Putri, who has chosen former Central Java Governor Ganjar Pranowo as the party's presidential candidate. It may even cost the party several cabinet posts or other strategic political posts. Anies and Ganjar has given Jokowi the benefit of the doubt and have taken his word at face value. Ganjar said that he is a good man that will support a good democratic system. Anies also seems to believe that the president got his message about many people who look up to him, and that these people want him to stay neutral and ensure that all of the state apparatus will too. But we know that it is unrealistic to expect the president to be completely neutral in the presidential race, given that his own son will be on the ballot. That said, we are calling on the president to refrain from mobilizing the state apparatus to rig the election. We have seen indication that the president is trying to further consolidate his power as the election approaches by placing his close allies in strategic posts, not only within the cabinet but also as regional heads across the country. Regardless of whether the president has a horse in the race, the state apparatus must never play politics. That and not some fancy luncheon will convince the people that he is capable of being neutral. Well, viewers, that's all the headline news for today. Visit us at www.majisaheadlinenews.com. I'm Aira Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
In this century, the approaching of modern civilization becomes more common object in every aspect of our life. The welcoming of sophisticated technology, for instance, indicates that people activism automatically changed into the new engineering system. This new child has also driven parameter education to a high position where all competencies are undoubtedly measured with an English language skill. Ironically, ladies and gentlemen, an unexpected problem happened today that in my similarity age, English has no major importance. So excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, how we affect the changes change if we don't have English? That's why I do really need your understanding by coming closer to me with all due respect, untitled. Why should people learn English? Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, for me, a student and this young generation, English is unique and important thing to learn. As the proof, I'm a Javanese. I know that I'm not a native speaker, but something that me admit English is unique thing. When I try to have conversation with my friend, my accent is a little bit trying to be heard. Also, since I come to the English academic world, my life is totally changed to who I am right now. Based on the survey by International University of Singapore, that English becomes way for people to communicate across the country. I know every country has its national language, but English becomes the option to connect people in wide range of communication, and English is universal language. Therefore, English plays a crucial role in this modern era. There are many reasons that I have to tell you, but I picked the strongest reason why we must master English. For the first reason is because English is the language of the world and official international language. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, learning English is not only getting involved with grammar rules and new vocabulary, but also a person to connect diverse culture that never been accessed beforehand. It aims to know more about complex culture and cultural expressions such as traditions, events, festival, etc. It will broaden our perception of life. You know that English is funny and an interesting language that should be learned by all people around. Besides, English is prominent in global media. If you know English or speak English fluently, you will not need to rely on the subtitle and you can enjoy your movie, books, novel, or TV shows because those are produced in English. If you have good language skill, you will always enjoy as the first entertainment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that you can multiply culture as you can communicate with various people and you can get more ideas from learning English. How wonderful your life and how do you can large your opinion about English? Well, for the most significant point, I'm going to tell you English can change the entire future by opening new career. Effective communication may help your company climbing the career ladder. Also, English in education side is also needed because many universities, both at home and abroad, include a requirement English proficiency such as IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC as requirement score to be the student at the university. Therefore, I do really claim that English is a need today to gain bright future and to face with this modern era. Last but not least, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, building bright future by learning English is becoming a crucial aspect to achieve the success. It can be concluded that the longer there will be more challenges for humans who live in the 21st century, especially for young people from education to find a job. Also, if you have good English language skill, you will have more decent living and better qualities. Well, in the end of my speech, I'm gonna say to you, as young generation, as a learner English, don't you ever limit your challenge, but challenge your limit. Ladies and gentlemen, life is not only about finding yourself, but it's about creating yourself. If you nothing change, but nothing will change tomorrow. Maybe that's all from me, and the last I say, see you.
Hello good people, welcome back to MBI TV News. With me, Rajendra Chumas Aryasota on 5 November 2023. Today I will bring the news from all around the world. Well, without any further, here is the news detail. With the news is, pre-working flare Photoshop triggered the second promo will fire in a week. A pre-working Photoshop that went wrong has ignited a large wildfire in Mon promo that has burned since Wednesday, September 6, 2023, forcing authorities to close the popular tourist destination to visitors. Septi Kagawar Kenny, an official with the Promote Negeri Semeru National Park, said the couple used a handheld flare for the pre-wedding photoshoot. This accidentally ignited dry grass in the savanna of the Promo area, popularly known among tourists as a Phuket Teletubbies. A video showing a group of people allegedly causing the fire made round in social media recently. The video appeared to show 4 men and a woman bringing tripods, camera, and backpack while hanging around a pleasant savanna near a sign for Phuket Teletubbies destination. On Thursday evening, the police announced that they had named AP, the 41-year-old wedding organizer, as a suspect in this case. The suspect allegedly did not obtain a permit to enter the conservation area in Promo. AP also allegedly broke 5 flares in the pre-wedding photoshoot. One of them caused a spark that later burned 50 hectares of the Promo Savannah field, Propolingo Wisnuwardana said, as reported by Kompas.id. Investigators charged AP with violating the job creation law, which also carries a revision to the 1999 forestry law, which mandates a maximum 5 years prison sentence and a fine of 1.5 billion Indonesian rupiah for any individual found guilty of negligence that led to forest fire. At that time, the NBTS closed some tourist access to the Mount Promo area, which was then reopened on September 3, 2023. Then on the same day, the NBTS closing again some of the tourist access to the forest in the Purumruhatania area, which had an impact on viewpoint Nanjakan. The closure of some of the tourist access was carried out until September 5, 2023. However, on September 6, 2023, regional manager had to completely close all tourist access in the national park due to fire triggered by visitors to the lighting flares. The NBTS, he said, is still conducting evaluation for the next few days before deciding to reopen tourist access in the national park area. This aim to ensure conditions are truly safe. The latest closure was the second time the park management had closed Promo for visitors. Authorities had previously closed several access and trekking routes on September 1, 2023, as a wildfire burned at least 660 of the mountain, forest, and savanna. Well, good people, that is the news for today. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
Hello viewers, welcome to the American Breaking News. I'm Afina Majidanis, going to accompany you in 5 minutes later with many kinds of information around the world. Well viewers, the headline news for today is about Israel's bomb attack such the second Nakba of 1948. Viewers, it happened in Palestine. The war by Palestine and Israel was ceaseless. Israel was really obsessed to attack the region of the Al-Aqsa Mosque that was becoming the main reason to begin this war. And on Saturday, on 14th of October 2023, Israel's bombarded aggression attacked Gaza Bank. It shattered evacuation places, hospitals, schools, etc. Israel attacked Palestine either from the land aggression or air aggression. This tragedy caused many sacrifices. According to the Reuters, for about 2,215 victims were died and 8,715 victims were injured. While that, more than 700 children were passed away and 2,450 children were injured. It caused Gaza society's number in 2.3 million people lost their own residence. Viewers, also Gaza societies has lost their own residence, but most of them preferred to stay at home. They felt there was no safest places because all places has been bombarded by Israel. One of Gaza society said that this is the second Nakba we feel. We won't go from this place because we want to obtain our right over freedom, reconciliation, and safety. Nakba or disaster was a tragedy happening in 1948. At the moment, Israel attacked Palestine societies brutally. Israel shattered for about 500 villages and cities in Palestine. Thousands of people were killed, and more than 715 million people were forced to take refuge, and they never went back to their own residence. Israel has sneaked away. Viewers, you can find more on this in other breaking and developing stories from around the world, around the clock at voanews.com and on the VOA News mobile apps. I'm Afina Majdani Sofia, reporting from the World Helicopter Zone, American Breaking News in Washington. That's the latest world news from VOA, and the last I say, see you.
Hello, good morning, the viewers. Welcome to the BBC World News. Today, November 6, 2023, I'm Umiza, and here is the topic line. Israel waged ground campaign in Gaza comes blackout slowly ending. Jerusalem, Israeli forces waged ground operations against Hamas in Gaza on Sunday, October 29, in what Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the second phase of a 3-week-old war aimed at crushing the Palestinian militant group. However, telephone and internet communications in Gaza largely severed late on Friday as Israel's planes dropped bombs and its troops pushed into the Hamas-ruled enclave were returning slowly on Sunday, Palestinian media outlets report. The disruptions of communications had impacted rescue operations, with people hit by the airstrikes unable to call for help. Thousands of desperate Gaza residents broke into warehouses and distribution centers of the United Nations Palestinian Refugee Agency UNRWA, grabbing flour and basic survival items, the organization said on Sunday. Israel will allow a dramatic increase in aid to Gaza in the coming days, and Palestinian civilians should head to a humanitarian zone in the south of the tiny territory, said Colonel Elad Joran of Kogat, the Israeli Defense Ministry agency that coordinates with the Palestinians. Netanyahu warned Israel to expect a long and hard campaign, but stopped short of calling the current incursions an invasion. Some of U.S. President Joe Biden's aides have advised Israeli counterparts to hold off an immediate all-out assault, U.S. officials say. Even as initial ground operations appear limited for now, Netanyahu pledged to spare no effort to free the more than 200 hostages, including foreign help by Hamas. This is the second stage of the war whose goals are clear: to destroy Hamas' governing and military capabilities and to bring the hostage home. Netanyahu told a news conference on Saturday. "We are only at the start," he said. "We will destroy the enemy above ground and below ground." Israel has tightened its blockade and bombarded Gaza for 3 weeks since Hamas' devastating October 7 attack. At least 1,400 Israelis were killed in the deadliest day of the nation's 75-year history, Israeli authorities said. Western countries have generally backed what they say is Israel's right to self-defense, but there has been a mounting international outcry over the toll from the bombing and growing calls for a humanitarian pause to allow aid to reach Gaza civilians and ease the humanitarian crisis. Medical authorities in Gaza Strip, which has a population of 2.3 million people, say that 7,650 Palestinians have been killed in Israel's campaign to obliterate the Iran-backed militants. Well, viewers, that's all the information for today. For the latest information, you can check our website. I'm Iza. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Huda Atkia Salim. I will accompany you for about 5 minutes with today's hot news. And happy gathering with us in MAWH TV. The news is Hamas bombards Israeli defenses, whose Palestine belongs. Recently, the world was shocked by Hamas' repressed attack on Israel. Hamas, or Harakat al-Muqawamah al-Islamiyah, is a Sunni Islamic movement that Zionist occupation in the region. Hamas launched its attack on Saturday, 7 October 2023, by shooting thousands of rockets and sending dozens of its personnel in the middle of the celebration of the Sukkot festival by Israelis. At around 7:30 a.m., an alert siren sounded, indicating a Hamas attack on Israel. It is known that Hamas forces shoot as many as 5,000 rockets that hit a number of major cities in Israel. Massive attacks from air, sea, and land have been carried out by the Hamas forces group on Israel. An hour after the sudden attack, the Israel Defense Forces confirmed that Hamas had successfully entered southern Israel. Then, almost 2 hours after the first siren sounded, the scale of the attack became clear. The Israeli forces increased the status of the condition to war alert. At around 11:35 a.m., the status changed. Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, declared that Israel was currently at war. In addition, Hamas spokesman Khalid Kodami revealed that the recent Hamas attack Israel was in response to the cruelty committed by the Israeli military against the Palestinian people in recent years, as well as a form of protest against the blockade that has occurred in Gaza for 17 years. Since 7 October 2023, the Ministry of Health in the Gaza reported that Israeli attack has killed 2,670 people and injured 9,600 others in the area. A total of 56 people were killed and injured 700 in the West Bank of Palestine. Meanwhile, the Israeli military reported that the death toll from its side increased to a total of 1,400 people with 3,418 others injured. It is also known that Hamas commander in the war against Israel has been killed. Until now, the death and injury toll continues to increase, and the total number of victims is still unknown. Okay, happy viewers, thank you for the kind attention. Have a nice day and goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, viewers. I am Salma Salsabila. I will accompany you about 5 minutes with today's hot news. And happy gathering with us in MAWH TV. The news is first day of paid high-speed train. Jakarta resident take use of holiday in West Bandung. The WUS or more popularly called the Jakarta and Bandung first train officially paid for public users on the first day of operation, Wednesday, 18 October 2023. Hundreds of customers from Jakarta were observed getting off at Padalarang Rapid Train Station. After the inauguration in early October, President Jokowi said the ticket price was in the range of 215,000 rupiah until 315,000 rupiah. They took advantage of the promotional ticket of 115,000 rupiah for one trip on the high-speed train. The discount is given to celebrate KCAC 8th anniversary, which is on 16 October 2023 until 30 November 2023. This mass transport is a new choice for the people of Jakarta who need a short travel time. With the Jakarta and Bandung distance, the journey only takes less than 30 minutes. Not only customers from Jakarta, the first day of operation of the WUS high-speed train also sees passengers from Padalarang. Erlan, one of the office workers, deliberately tried this fast transport to catch the time. Meanwhile, KCAC Manager of Corporate Communication, Omer Modi, said that the first day of operation of the WUS high-speed train went without problems. The early period of opening this fast train gets a promo ticket at a discounted price. Emir said on today's departure, 18 October 2023, the public can start using this patent for 115,000 rupiah. The Bus Fast Train ticket is valid for scheduled departure from 18 October to 30 November 2023. The public can purchase Bus Fast Train ticket at a discounted price for 115,000 rupiah by using the application that is available on Google Play Store. The public can also purchase Bus Fast Train ticket through ticket vending machines available at the station. That's all for this morning news. Thank you for the attention. Have a nice day and goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, viewers. Now you are watching Masapas News, which will provide you the latest news update around the world. With me, Naila Izzatul Zahira, and here is the complete news. Release hostage arrive in Tel Aviv. Gaza Health Ministry says death toll tops 5,000. Hamas released two elderly hostage on Monday, bringing the total to 4. The Palestinian militant organizations announced the release of Nurit Cooper and Yus Lipsitz, and the International Committee of the Red Cross confirmed the news. Their transfer follows the Friday release of two American hostages. It's been more than 2 weeks since Hamas launched its assault on Israel, killing at least 1,400 people and taking more than 200 hostages. Health authorities in Gaza said over 5,000 people have been killed since the October 7th start of the war between Palestinian militant group Hamas and Israel. More than 15,000 have been injured, the authorities said. The Israel Defense Force said on Monday that the soldiers were conducting a variety of training exercises in order to improve the force's readiness and capabilities for ground operations in the Gaza Strip. Still, a full surrender of Hamas and the return of Israel hostage could end Israel's war in the Gaza Strip. Israel Defense Force spokesperson Jonathan Conrico said. Two Israeli women who were kidnapped and subsequently freed by Hamas landed in Tel Aviv, Israel early on Tuesday. An Israeli military helicopter carrying Nurit Cooper 79 and Yus Lipsit Active 5 arrived on the rooftop of Easy Love Hospital, according to Reuters footage. One of them was seen in a wheelchair, while the other was carried out on a stretcher. The military wing of Hamas said in a statement on Telegram that the women were released for compelling humanitarian reasons. The Israel Defense Force has previously said the militant group is trying to present itself as a humanitarian organization to the world by the release of hostages. Hamas militants massacred 1,400 people, including babies, women, and elderly, and kidnapped more than 200 people from Israel in their October 7th rampage. Little is known about their well-being and whereabouts. The militants have so far released 4 hostages. Well, viewers, that's all information for today. If you want to get more information, you may visit our website on www.mansatupasuruan.com. I am Naila Izzatul Zahira. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum and have a nice day.
Hello, good morning. The truth is our priority. We give justice to your current city. The latest news spotted only here are breaking news, giving you the latest and most credible news for today on Monday, 6 November 2023. With me, Hafia Farah Nabila, who will be accompanying you for 30 minutes forward. And here's the topic in details. President Joko Widodo denied rumors that there was politicization in the corruption case faced by the Minister of Agriculture, Syahrul Yassin Limpo. He was arrested by the Commission of Corruption's Eradication on Thursday night, 12 October 2023. He was declared as the suspect in the corruption case at the Ministry of Agriculture. Jokowi said on Friday, 13 October 2023, to the journalists in Indramayu that there was no connection between politics and the corruption case at the Ministry of Agriculture. Furthermore, he claimed that there might be some reasons why this case was accelerated to be processed, and as the citizens, we should respect the law that was reinforced by the Commission of Corruption's Eradication. Syahrul Yassin Limpo was planned to be investigated on Friday, 13 October at the KPK building. However, on Thursday night, KPK decided to arrest Syahrul at an apartment in South Jakarta, and he arrived at the KPK building with his handcuffed on. The Commission of Corruption's Eradication spokesperson Ali Fikri also emphasized that the corridors of the law enforcement process will be not violated. Ali said that there were also conditions in the procedural law that should be obeyed. In principle, the procedures were adhered and complied with the existing law. Based on the investigation, it could be found that Syahrul Yassin Limpo had given instruction to withdraw money from the officer of Echelon 1 and 2 at the Ministry of Agriculture in the form of cash, transfers, or providing goods and services. The sources of the money was including from the realization of the Ministry of Agriculture's budget, which has been marked up, and requested from money from vendors who get some projects at the Ministry of Agriculture. It could be further explained that the amount of money was determined by Syahrul Yassin Limpo. It was around 4,000 US dollar, or around 62 million rupiah, to 10,000 US dollar, or around 156 million rupiah. Syahrul was said to regularly receive this money every month using foreign currency. Then he used the money for payment of credit card installments and installments for the purchase of his old car. The Commission of Corruption's Eradication stated that the three suspects had received 13.9 billion rupiah in cash so far. At the press conference, it was requested that Syahrul Yassin Limpo should be cooperative because Syahrul did not complete the invitation when the KPK's officers wanted to investigate him on Friday, on Wednesday, 11 October 2023. Those were the top stories for this hour. We do not just secure freedom, we defend what people deserve. For more information, you can visit our website on www.breakingnews.com. Share your feedback and make us aware of the hot news you have. Have a good day.
Hello, good morning viewers. Welcome back to Magic News with DNS Report. From all around the world and for today, the 20th of October 2023, we bring several information that are happening during this week. And here is the topic on 500 people at risk of monkeypox, Jakarta prepares and pop vaccine. And now with me, Tina Jumarika, and here is the news in details. The Jakarta Health Service plans to administer Mpox or monkeypox vaccination to 500 people from at-risk group next week as a precautionary measure against the spread of the disease. Acting head of the Jakarta Health Service, Edis Widawati confirmed on Friday, October 27, 2023. She said that the vaccine will be given in 2 doses for each person with a gap of 4 weeks. In accordance with the availability of the monkeypox vaccine in Indonesia, we will disperse 1,000 doses for 500 people. Apart from vaccination, tracing will be conducted to search and monitor people who are in close contact with monkeypox patients. She revealed, according to Spinawati, every positive case of monkeypox will be isolated at the hospital, including suspects with typical symptoms or having had close sexual contact with monkeypox patients awaiting PCR results. She also said that for non-sexual cross-contact symptoms will be monitored on a daily basis by the community health center. If monkeypox symptoms are found, a laboratory examination will be conducted for every cause sexual contact, and isolation and a laboratory examination will be carried out. She remarked that the Jakarta High Service had also prepared for hospital isolation rooms and antiviral tank as well as antibody coordinated with expert at Vertical Hospital regarding case management. Hospitality said that the case fatality rate in monkeypox is about 1%. This means that out of 100 positive cases, there is a possibility that one will die. She revealed that most deaths from monkeypox cases are due to secondary infection and low immunity conditions in at-risk groups, such as men who lack men, pregnant women, breastfeeding mothers, children, and the elderly. Hospitality remarked that until October 27, some 17 cases of monkeypox were recorded in the capital city, comprising 16 active cases at the hospital and one case that has been declared cured. Some 11 people are also suspected of exhibiting monkeypox symptoms. She said that all patients had many symptoms and were infected from sexual contact, and all the patients are mid-age, 25 until 50 years, with 2 cases who live outside Jakarta. Earlier, the Indonesian Health Ministry had vaccinated 157 people at risk of contracting the monkeypox virus. The Ministry Director General of Disease Prevention and Control, or P2P, mentioned London said on October 26 that the current vaccination achievement is 157 people, or 31.72% of the total target of 477 people. The vaccination is still running at 4 of 5 public health centers in Jakarta. The ministry is also seeking assistance from the ASEAN for additional 2,000 doses of monkeypox vaccine. Well, viewers, that's all the news today. For more information, you can check our website at www.magic.com. Don't forget to stay safe and stay healthy. And I am Tina Rika Putri from Magic Downbeat. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day and see me out.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and welcome to the latest news update. I'm your anchor, Filza, and here are our top stories today. Our stories today is about the long road of study. Nowadays, as the years go by, we can obsess together that school children are increasingly showing things that are less not positive. Moral degradation is increasingly showing not positive routes, drugs, illegal racing, case of bullying are things that often happen among students today. Young people are human figures who are very susceptible to being influenced by negative things in the form of word, attitude, and action. Based on incident, it is reference that education is a very important thing in shaping childhood character, so that they're better, more moral, useful, and have character. The declining moral today's teenagers are very difficult to control, especially as the rise of negative content on social media. Western culture is very easy to enter. Gambling, drinking, vandalism, and other criminal acts. New styles are also influencing social change and manner in human life. Because they find it difficult to control their situation, which wasn't the picture of renewable in human life. So the result will be easy to follow, and it is difficult to change their thought pattern, and indeed that period attack human in the teenage phase, where they determine their attitudes, habits, which in turn determine their future childhood.
Therefore, this adolescent phase really needs direction and guidance from many parties, especially as word of character cultivation, namely of the word education. Education institutions are at the forefront in handling this problem because they have such a big role in producing quality future generations in the nation. Then teachers are also improvement of learning strategies that make children have more quality character because they can be developed through listen in class over time. Well, it's from by itself when a student feel comfortable and agreement when learning activities take place. Apart from the above, a pattern of cooperation between parents and teachers is very necessary to monitor the development of student behavior. There must be certain program and it can be applied every month in order to create a comfortable atmosphere, beautiful moral both at school and at home. Don't forget the rules and punishment can also be applied. Of course, we can aim of have a deterrent effect on children. Of course, with an agreement between teachers, students, and parents. That's all for today's news update. Thank you for your listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, precious people. Welcome back to the Mansapas News. Today, November 4, 2023, we bring several informations that happening during this week. And here is the topic line. Indonesia candidates call on president to remain neutral ahead of 2024 polls. Now with me, Ellen Anggita Lestari, and here is the news in details. Generated from the Reuters News, two potential successors of Indonesia's outgoing president, Joko Widodo, on Monday called on him to remain neutral in the runner-up next year's election amid public criticism. Ex-Jakarta Governor Anies told reporters after a lunch with Jokowi and the other presidential candidates that they often meet with people who love the president and they have a message. The president must maintain neutrality. Prabowo, who has a slim lead in opinion polls, said Monday's lunch was held in an intimate environment. His spokesperson did not immediately respond a comment about the call for Jokowi to be neutral. Presidential candidates Anies Baswedan and Ganjar Pranowo urged the leader to maintain neutrality ahead of the February 14, 2024 election, which is also being contested by Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto, who is running with the president's son. Democracy activists and political sources have raised concerns over what they see as Jokowi attempts to cling the power and build a political dynasty, especially after a recent court ruling tweaked eligibility criteria, allowing the president's eldest son, Gibran Rakabuming Raka, to join Prabowo's ticket. Jokowi has publicly said he will not interfere in the election. The popular president has tacitly backed Prabowo and by mobilizing his legions of supporters to campaign for the candidates and pairing his son with his former rival. On Monday, Jokowi also instructed regional leaders to remain neutral in election. The analysis also stated the president is free to back any candidate and with consistently high approval ratings is a kingmaker in elections. So that's all information for today. For the latest news, you can check our website on www.mansatupasuruan.com. I am Ellen Agita Lestari. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, good morning viewers. Welcome back to CBS Breaking News on Thursday, October 26, 2023 with me, Syafiq Kusuma, bringing you the latest news from all around the world, and here is the topic line. A large-scale attack and invasion was launched from the Gaza Strip against Israel on October 7, 2023. The conflict was started by the Palestinian militant group who is led by Hamas. The act is considered to be retaliation of pressure and attacks by Israel against Palestinians for years. The militant group broke down the Gaza-Israel's barrier and forcefully entered to the Israel settlements and military installations through the Gaza border crossing. The opposition was begun at dawn by vehicle transporter foray into Israel's territory and barrages of rockets across Israel. The Israeli government also responded to this incident. They retaliated the next day by launching devastating missile attacks with massive explosions into densely populated in Gaza. A cluster of tanks and Israeli military soldiers along the border fence around Gaza is thought to be Israel's preparation in the ground invasion to defeat Hamas. On Sunday evening, October 22nd, a number of his fighter jets hit southern Lebanon, and they also bombarded Gaza with airstrikes on Monday, October 23, 2023 morning. The attack was allegedly concentrated in the middle and the north of Gaza Strip. As a result, the total number of deaths since October 7 has now reached 6,582 people. The Gaza Ministry of Health reported that the Palestinian death toll reached 5,182 people, and the number of injured so far was recorded at 15,273 people. Meanwhile, in the Israeli side, the death toll was recorded at 1,400 people since October 7. Palestinians in the Gaza Strip continue to face a humanitarian crisis due to Israel's cutting off supplies of water, electricity, food, medicine, and fuel. Since 2 weeks ago, a lot of hospitals in Gaza are currently going dark due to running out of fuel for generators. Several air trucks have begun to enter Gaza since Saturday, October 21st. However, the trucks don't include fuel which is needed in Gaza. That's CBS Breaking News for today. With me, Syafiq Kusuma. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Good evening viewers, I am Farah Rasya, your host for tonight, and I warmly welcome you to the Mansaba channel. Tonight, we will delve into the profound topic, a journey into the Palestine and Israel conflict that is currently escalating and has captured the attention of world leaders, scholars, and citizens. In the United Nations General Assembly session, Indonesian Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi condemned Israel's illegal action in the Palestinian territories. She denounced Israel and rejected the forced relocation of the Gaza residents from their homeland. Indonesian stance was conveyed by Retno during an emergency General Assembly meeting on the United Nations, broadcasted on the United Nations YouTube channel on Friday, October 27, 2023. In reality, attacks and killings continue. However, amidst the numerous casualties, the Security Council has failed to take decisive action, said Retno, referring to the recent situation in Gaza. Indonesia condemned Israel for attacking civilians, hospitals, and imposing collective punishment on Palestinians. Retno described this action as inhuman and contrary to international law. Retno emphasized, use your heart for justice and humanity. She attempted to awaken the participants and leaders at the United Nations who were discussing the conflict issues in Palestine, specifically Gaza and Israel. In the endless trials, the world continues to monitor the developments, always hoping that peace and justice can soon come to the Gaza to alleviate the burdens they bear. A brighter future is on the horizon for the Palestinian people. This concludes our summary. May we all unite in the spirit's humanity to help end this suffering. Thank you for listening to our report on the situation in Gaza and Palestine-Israel conflict, as well as Indonesian firm stance in supporting the rights of the Palestinian people. Hopefully, we can all unite in the spirits of humanity to help in the sufferings. Let's pray for peace to come to soon to Gaza, and may strength and hope always be with them. Thank you and good night, viewers of Smansaba channel.
Good morning, viewers. You are still with me, Ega Pratista, from Global News, Friday, 3 November 2023. For 5 minutes more, I will accompany you to listen to some bright news, some actual news, and some latest news in the Sunday morning. The first is about Turkey prepares to track Israel to the International Criminal Court. And here is the first news. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced last week at a pro-Palestine rally that they would declare Israel a war criminal to the world. Authorities are now looking to bring crimes committed by Israel against Palestinian civilians to the International Criminal Court, or ICC, Daily Sabah reported. Based on the report, Turkish Justice Minister Yilmaz Tunç previously said the UN resolution was an important statement that proved Israel committed genocide and crimes against humanity. The resolution condemns all acts of violence against Palestine and Israel civilians, including all acts of terror and indiscriminate attacks, as well as all acts of provocation, incitement, and destruction, Tunç said. The resolution also demands all parties promptly and fully comply with their obligations under international law. Tunç said in a social media post that the UN resolution was soft law, but stressed the legally binding nature of international law. Resolutions approved by the majority have been accepted as evidence in past International Court of Justice proceedings, he stressed. Thank you, viewers. That is the news which I could convey to you today. If you have some critics and suggestions, please visit us in www.globalnewsbroadcasting.com. I'm Ega Pratista, and all of crews of Global News Broadcasting program say, have a nice day, keep your spirit, peace, love, and respect. See you in the next opportunity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning viewers, you are now watching Global News on Mansapas TV with me Fainatul Mia. Today, on November 6, 2023, we'll be bringing you the latest news all over the world. In a recent development, the presidential and the vice presidential candidates, Anies Baswedan and Muhaimin Iskandar, have presented ambitious fiscal objective for Indonesia's economic outlook. Their primary goal is to reduce the nation debt ratio to 13% by the year 2029, emphasizing the crucial aspect of fiscal sustainability. These objectives were articulated in the Anies Muhaimin Vision, Mission and Work Program document released on Monday. They also promised to improve government debt management to optimize composition, such as time frame, currency denomination, and debt sources by issuing plain, competitive, and transparent state securities to obtain the lowest interest rate. Referring to the latest performance and fact APBN data, up to September 2023, the realization of government debt has reached Indonesian rupiah 7,891.61 trillion, with a debt to GDP ratio of 37.95%. From the amount side, it increased from August 2023 by Indonesian rupiah 7,870 trillion with a debt to GDP ratio of that time 37.84%. Bima Yudhistira, the executive director of the Center for Economic and Legal Studies, has expressed the view that while achieving this target is feasible, there is a perspective that such a certain mega project initiated during the Jokowi era, lacking sufficient financial backing, should be postponed. Yudhistira further underscored the necessity for additional effort to attain the 13% debt ratio, including cost-saving measures in various government spending sectors, such as operational expenses, infrastructure investment, and employee salaries. In another note, the executive director of the Institute for Development of Economic and Finance, Tauman Ahmad, pointed out that reducing the debt ratio within a 5-year time frame is challenging, despite the candidate presidential desire to do so. According to him, Indonesia still has a high dependency on debt. This is due to the fact that the average tax base increase is still at 0.05%. Well, that's all for today, folks. Stay tuned for the next program. You might check our website on www.masapasglobalnews.com. Well, I'm Fainatul Mia. I'll see you all next time. Thank you and have a great day.
Good morning viewers and welcome to ECCD Daily News. I'm Gracia Marella and I'll be your presenter for today's news. Bullying cases in Indonesia is continue to grow a lot and faster, and also no sign of it going to decrease. GBPI, also known as Jurnal Penelitian Pendidikan Indonesia, noted that during January until August 2023, there were 379 school-aged children who were becoming a victim of bullying at school. The newest news that recently happened and is still being investigated is the case of a second grader elementary school who was stabbed in the eye with a skewer by her able classmate. This case was happened on August 7 at SDN 236 Gresik, East Java. According to the victim's father, Samsul, this incident happened when the school held a competition to celebrate the 78th anniversary of the Republic of Indonesia. At that time, her daughter, with the initial SAH, was participating in the competition. Then suddenly, she was dragged by another student who thought to be her upper classmate. The perpetrator bring her to an alley between the teacher's room and the school fence. SAH then was forced to give them her money. However, she refused. Hearing what she just said, the upperclassman then stabbed SAH's right eye with a skewer. At that time, She ran away and washed her eyes with water. At home, she complains about the pain in the right eye and she could not see anything. Her family rushed her to Cahayagiri Bringkang Hospital, and it turns out that SAH had permanent blindness in the right eye due to nerve damage. SAH claimed that she was being bullied since first grade. She often forced to give her money to the perpetrator. Since that incident, the kid said that she was traumatized and did not want to go to school anymore. The psychologist that treated her suggests that the victim should change school so that incident would not happen again. Samsul and his wife later asked the school why something like this could happen to their daughter. The school admitted that they didn't know that there was such an incident like that in the school. Samsul and his wife were confused. It is because the incident happened in the alley beside the school gate and the teacher's room. So why is the school didn't know about it? They also have tried to ask the school to show the CCTV footage with the intention of finding out who is the perpetrator. In fact, the school seems like covering it up. Samsul said that he already asked the school to show the CCTV footage when that incident happened, but they refused to show it to him. It appears that the school principal itself, Umi Latifa, is still reluctant to explain the exact chronology of that incident. She said that she does not have the right to answer that. With that being said, Samsul reported this incident to the police by reporting it to Polres Gresik. Up until now, the police are still investigating this case and finding more evidence. That is all the information that I can bring it up to you. Hopefully this case can educate us about how important is the effect of bullying to the victim. We need to be more concerned about bullying that is happening in our environment. We must provide our support to the victims and give punishment to the perpetrators. That is all I have to say. Thank you for watching this news and I hope you have a great day. I'm Gracia Marella, your presenter of ACCD News. Good morning and thank you.
Welcome to Majesta's news program, where we give you the most updated news from around the world. I'm your host, Abi Al-Ghazali, and I'll accompany you for the next few minutes with some information I have. On Sunday morning, October 22nd, 2023, the Israeli military launched an airstrike on northern Gaza. They said that in this northern region, Hamas was hiding by building a network of secret tunnels. Israel continues to call on civilians in Gaza to immediately leave for the south. So far, more than 600,000 residents of northern Gaza out of 1.1 million residents have fled to the south. This means that there are still around 400,000 Palestinians who remain in northern Gaza and are vulnerable to being victims of Israeli attacks. Israel's attacks are now getting worse. The country carried out one of its deadliest nights of bombing against the Palestinian Hamas group. According to the Hamas-run health ministry, at least 400 Palestinians have died in Gaza in the last 24 hours. The deadly attack took place as two hostages were freed amid talks to secure the release of dozens of other hostages. Now, about half of the housing stock in the region and much of the coastal area is covered in a great dusting of debris. Apart from carrying out air attacks, the Israeli army also began to move by land. Israeli troops began to enter Gaza and there was armed contact with Hamas militia Sunday evening, October 22, 2023. Hamas armed wing, the East El-Din Al-Qassam Brigade said its fighters were involved in armed contact with Israeli troops who had infiltrated Gaza. Earlier on Monday, the Israeli military said that in the past 24 hours, it had struck more than 320 targets in Gaza, including a tunnel housing Hamas fighters, dozens of command and reconnaissance posts, as well as mortar and anti-tank missile launch positions. Israeli airstrikes hit the densely populated Jabalia refugee camp in the Gaza Strip on Tuesday, October 31st, 2023, killing at least 50 Palestinians. Israel claims the attack killed a Hamas commander. As a result of the attack near the Indonesian hospital, medical officers faced difficulties treating more than 100 injured victims amid a lack of medicine and health facilities. Israeli tanks have been in action in Gaza for at least 4 days after weeks of several bombardments in retaliation for Hamas attacks on Israeli civilians on October 7, 2023, and the taking of more than 200 people hostage. The Israeli Defense Forces said the attack was on Jabalia, the largest refugee camp in Gaza, has killed Ibrahim Biari. It is said he was the leader of what it called a deadly terror attack on October 7th. Viewers, the conflict between Palestine and Israel is not over yet. Let us help the victims by sending prayers and donations to them. For further information and other relevant information, you can visit the website www.majesanews.co.id. Well, viewers, that's all the news for today. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
In this century, the approaching of modern civilization becomes more common object in every aspect of our life. The welcoming of sophisticated technology, for instance, indicates that people activism automatically change into the new engineering system. This new child has also driven parameter education to a high position where all competencies are undoubtedly measured with an English language skill. Ironically, ladies and gentlemen, an unexpected problem happened today that in my similarity age, English has no logic importance. So excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, how we affect the changes change if we don't have English? That's why I do really need your understanding by coming closer to me with all due respect untitled. Why should people learn English? Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, for me, a student and this young generation, English is unique and important thing to learn. As the proof, I'm a Javanese. I know that I'm not a native speaker, but something that me admit English is unique thing. When I try to have conversation with my friend, my accent is a little bit trying to be heard. Also, since I come to the English academic world, my life is totally changed to who I am right now. Based on the survey by International University of Singapore, that English becomes way for people to communicate across the country. I know every country has its national language, but English becomes the option to connect people in wide range of communication, and English is universal language. Therefore, English plays a crucial role in this modern era. There are many reasons that I have to tell you, but I picked the strongest reason why we must master English. For the first reason is because English is the unifying language of the world and official international language. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, learning English is not only getting involved with grammar rules and new vocabulary, but also a person to connect diverse culture that never been accessed beforehand. It aims to know more about complex culture and cultural expressions such as traditions, events, festival is that it will broaden our perception of life. You know that English is funny and an interesting language that should be learned by all people around. Besides, English is prominent in global media. If you know English or speak English fluently, you will not need to rely on the subtitle and you can enjoy your movie, books, novel, or TV shows because those are produced in English. If you have good language skill, you will always enjoy as the first entertainment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, imagine that you can multiply culture as you can communicate with various people, and you can get more ideas from learning English. How wonderful your life, and how do you can large your opinion about English? Well, for the most significant point, I'm going to tell you English can change the entire future by opening new careers. Effective communication may help your company climbing the career ladder. Also, English in education side is also needed because many universities, both at home and abroad, include a requirement English proficiency such as IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC as requirement score to be the student at the university. Therefore, I do really claim that English is a need today to gain bright future and to face with this modern era. Last but not least, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, building bright future by learning English is becoming a crucial aspect to achieve the success. It can be concluded that the longer there will be more challenges for humans who live in the 21st century, especially for young people from education to find a job. Also, if you have good English language skill, you will have more decent living and better qualities. Well, in the end of my speech, I'm gonna say to you, as young generation, as a learner English, don't you ever limit your challenge, but challenge your limit. Ladies and gentlemen, life is not only about finding yourself, but it's about creating yourself. If you nothing change, but nothing will change tomorrow. Maybe that's all from me. And the last I say, see you.